Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a book review. So these are two of my favorite artists of all time. I think I have maybe four, maybe, but these two are one like top. So I'm gonna review these books. These books did come out, I think this one came out in 2014. No, wait. Yeah, it might have came out in 2014. Let me see. No, this came out in 2017, and I think this one came out in 2011. 2012 and 2013, right? So this one is To Selena with Love. This is by Chris Bettis, Selena's widower. This book, it doesn't start off like the movie. It's not like how it was as far as talking about her childhood and stuff like that. It actually starts off when he entered into the band, but he also goes into and explains how Selena was just outside of what the public knew her, to be, and outside of what her sister and her dad and brother said how she was, because, he was her husband, so he knew her in a whole nother, light. So I thought this was a really, really good book. Inside, it also came with, there's some pictures, older pictures of her from when she was younger, dating all the way to, towards the end of her life, some personal things about their marriage. And one thing that really touched me in this book was how he grieved, because this was his best friend, and you got to remember, they were young. They married young, but they were young. He was young going through this. One of the best parts in this book, I think, was when Selena basically expected so much more from him, and she saw his potential, but even when he didn't see it. And it just explains how great of a person that she was. And she was really goody two shoes. She did not do any scandalous, risque type things, besides sneaking off and being with him when Abraham told her not to. Other than that, it was not really any big, crazy stuff. So this book was worth the purchase, worth the buy. I actually love it. I'm gonna read you a little bit of it. It said, one of the most compelling and adored superstars in Latin music history, Selena was nothing short of a phenomenon who shared all of herself with her millions of devoted fans. Her tragic murder at the age of 23 stripped the world of her talent and boundless potential. Her tightly knit family of their beloved Angel and her husband, Chris Bettis, of the greatest love he has ever known. For more than a decade, Chris held on to the only personal thing he had left from his late wife, the touching and sometimes painful memories of their private bond. Now, for the first time, Chris opens up about their unbreakable friendship, forbidden relationships, and blossoming marriage, which were cut short. While showcasing the side of Selena that has never been disclosed before and clarifying some misconceptions about her life and death, To Selena with Love is an everlasting love story that immortalizes the heart and soul of an extraordinary, unforgettable, and irreplaceable icon. If that doesn't get you to want to buy this book, I don't know what it will. But this is an absolutely amazing book. Hands down, the absolute best. The next book that I'm going to talk about is from my #1 favorite artist, Jennirivera. It's not this is not her personal book that she wrote, but it's a book about her. It is called Her Name Was Dolores. And it says The Jenny I Knew. This book was written by her former manager, Pete Saldago, and Gabriel Vasquez. So this was just amazing. And this also comes with pictures and stuff. Pictures of her family, pictures of her former manager. Now, since this book was released, he has passed away as well. Jenny, if you don't know, because I think everybody know about Selena, was shot by a lady who is currently still in prison, and she got denied parole this year, which was awesome. And I say awesome because she deserves to be in there. For you shooting someone like that is just horrible. But Jennirivera was actually, I think, 42 when she passed, or she was in a tragic plane crash. She was, okay, so funny thing about these two, Selena was the queen of Tejano music. Jenny was the queen of regional Mexican music. Jenny was one of the first women to cross over and do mainstream, sell out stadiums, and just her one woman show with her banda. Just an awesome woman. She had 5 kids. She was a single mom, but she also, had relationships and everything. Her life was totally opposite from Selena, but she was resilient and she chose to keep going even though she had a hard life. And some would say, and I would say, some of the decisions that she made, I think caused her to have such a hard life in a sense. Well, like any woman in love, you're gonna choose who you love, right? That's who you're gonna want to be with. But she went through like some horrible things. That, for those of you who don't know anything about her life and the things that she went through, they actually have a novella series on Peacock that's called Mariposa de Barrio. I have watched that I don't know how many times now. I've watched it so many times. But funny thing, ironically, I got introduced to Jennirivera back in, I would say 2022, but I got introduced to her sister Rosie back in 2017. Now, they used to have this show. I don't even know where I watched it at. I don't know if it was on Netflix. I don't know if it was anything, but it was Rica Famous Latinas or something like that. And I saw, now I've been watching novellas for a long time, right? A very long time. And I actually prefer novellas over reality TV nowadays because a lot of times, reality TVs is very redundant, but novellas, it's drama, it's so much dramatics, and it's like you never know what's gonna happen, and it's so long and drawn out, which for someone like me, I actually like stuff like that. But anyway, so Jenny is a singer. She's not the only singer in her family. her mom and dad, her dad is actually a owner of a record company, and her brother Lupio is a famous singer. Her brother Juan, he was at one point in time a famous singer. Then you had all his, his other, her other brothers and sisters. But really, Jenny stood out like big time because, for one, she was like a no-nonsense girl. She did whatever she wanted to do. She was from Long Beach, California, and basically she was like the queen of Long Beach, her dad used to call her. I believe when she was like 13, 14 years old, she met her first husband, because I don't know if they were legally married, but I don't think they were legally married, but anyway. So her first husband, which they probably were legally married, now that I think about it. Maybe not, I don't know. But she had 3 kids with him. He ended up being a PDF. But she didn't know that, right? But he was like 20 something, approaching a 13, 14-year-old girl. I don't know what family would be in agreement, but some, different strokes for different folks, and different cultures allow certain type of behaviors or certain things happening, right? But anyway, that was very traumatic for her. Now, that's not in the book, that's in the series. So if you want to go watch the series, it is on Peacock right now, and it is called Mariposa de Barrio. But this book, her manager writes it, and he explains how her personality was as a grown woman, and when she ended up having a lot of stuff happening. But this book is just so awesome. It's, again, one of my favorites. It does have pictures in this book as well. Just to get a different perspective of these women who, look, this is her makeup artist. He also died on a plane crash, and her granddaughter, Jayla. And she had her Twitter following, her J Unit following her fan base. And honestly, oh look, this is her and Edward James Olmos, because she was in a movie called Philly Brown with her and the lead actress from Jane the Virgin, which is another great series. It's like one of my absolute, the best series. I wish they didn't take it off TV, because I really don't want to purchase it, but I would love to watch it. But anyway, so Jenny was just beautiful. Beautiful inside and out. She was a caring person. She gave people chances. She really did everything for her kids, but she also was a woman in love, in different aspects. So, and a lot of turmoil happened within the last year of her life. Her daughter actually is Chiquis, who is a Grammy-winning artist, regional Mexican music artist, and she actually has, I wouldn't say surpassed her mom in certain ways, but she's gotten things that her mom, certain accolades that her mom didn't have. But her mom is the absolute best. These 2 women are such great women. So they're different women, but they're so great, and these books are awesome. Everyone knows Selena is from Texas. That's where I currently live, guys. But she there's also a couple of series. Well, there's a movie about her, and there is a series on Netflix about her, and I believe the Selena movie now is free on YouTube. And so if you've never heard of Selena before, please go check her out. It will warm your heart to know how she is. And in the movie, Jennifer Lopez played her role awesome. I honestly don't think that anybody else could have done it better. If you want to know about Jenny's backstory, there is a, like I said, a novella on Peacock called Mariposa de Barrio. But these two books, even the movies, the series for these two women are awesome. So if you guys want more information about them, please check them out. I won't have any links or anything, but I just wanted to say these are my favorite books. I just wanted to do a book review because this is stuff that I like. I'm currently reading this one book now called The Eden Test. It starts off cool, but it seems like it's kind of like a drag. So, and I got it from Dollar Tree. So, I don't know. We're gonna continue it to see what I think about it. So, but thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you in the next one.